Good afternoon, LEC community. Thank you so much for being with us at our 2022 Virtual Career Fair Part 2. My name is Susana Elisa Raraz, and I am the Deputy Director of the Latinx Education Collaborative. Our mission is to increase Latinx representation in K through 12 classrooms. And you heard it right that we are on Part 2 because a couple weeks ago, we had lots of really amazing organizations at our Part 1, and we had some friends reach out that they'd like to participate as well. So we have a few more awesome organizations for you today. So if you're on the lookout for a new place this summer or this upcoming fall, you are in the right place. As I said, the LEC is working to increase the representation of Latinx educators in K through 12 classrooms. And part of that is some of this community building that we get to do quite a bit with Latinx educators. So this year, we recently, actually last year, we set on 5 values that we hope to always exemplify as not only an organization, as a staff, and also within our teacher community. Those 5 are here, and they are impact, personal growth, integrity, authenticity, and community. We are always striving for exemplifying these 5 values, and we invite you to do the same as you engage with us today and beyond. This year, we really we started to shift some of our language because of in response to our teacher community and the needs of our teacher community and the students that we serve. And so this year, we got the pleasure of rewording to home, heart, and humanity as our 3 verticals. Home is building a home of Latinx educators where they feel a sense of belonging, loved, and supported. The heart vertical is hopefully inspiring the hearts of Latinx Latinx students and all students to consider education as a career. And lastly, humanity being our 3rd vertical, and affirming or working with school districts and communities to help us affirm and support the humanity of Latinx educators, students, and parents in schools. As always, we welcome your feedback. And so as you're watching today's career fair, if you have any thoughts about how it can be made better, or any thoughts, any ways things that you really love that we should continue doing, we welcome that feedback here at our survey. So if you have your phone with you, that QR code is there, and it will come up throughout our event. So no worries if you didn't catch it. So let's kick it off. We have our first organization with us, Milestones Academy. We have Natalie DeSouza with us today. Natalie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, good. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so to get started, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization.
Okay, so I am a special education teacher, but currently I am the lead special education teacher at Milestones Academy. And we are a private separate day facility for kids, children with special needs and behavioral needs as well. So we service kids ages 4 to 21. So we are a separate day school, so we are not a public school. School districts come to us when they need more supports with students. They've exhausted all their resources, and so they need more support. So they sign contracts with us, and so we support students, even though they're still usually reside in their home school district, they transport to us. And so we have students from Kansas City area and expanding out, and then also students that come from like North Carolina, Iowa, Idaho, like different places across the US, because the services that we provide are very unique.
That's awesome. And unfortunate, right? That this isn't more common, right? That students
Absolutely.
can stay where they are in order to get service. But thank you for what you do. I appreciate. I mean, this is something that I think is kind of overlooked. As a former teacher myself, I feel like the services that Milestones Academy provides is awesome, and unfortunately, a little bit overlooked. So to jump into the opportunities that you all have at Milestones Academy, why should someone from our community consider Milestones Academy as part of their next step?
Yeah, absolutely. So coming from, I started off in a public school, public education. And what's unique about Milestones compared to that is we are a very close-knit team. So everyone within our building or school works to support each other. We have 5 teachers currently, but we also have occupational therapists, speech therapists, physical therapists. We have paraprofessionals. We have support staff, which handle more of the heavy duty crises that we do go through because our students do have behavioral needs. So we are a very close, supportive team within our school. There are about, I would say, like 45 adults, and we have a population of 60 students. So that ratio is, very close together. So lots of supports. We're like a family. I love working here. I don't see myself working at any other place. I'm very passionate about the staff, the students, the families that we work with. It's just all around like really great and a fun place to work at.
Nice. That's awesome. I mean, it's so cool to hear that you all are 60 to 45. I mean, that almost being 1-to-1, is really awesome, especially for students who may need a little bit of that extra adult support throughout the day. So kind of on the flip side of that question, what are you all looking for in educators or staff that are looking to join your organization?
Yeah, I think what we strive for is just to be the most supportive and dedicated educators that we can be. Of course, students are always number one. They come first. Family support, that's second. And then within each other, supporting each other to provide the best education for the students while keeping them safe. And I do like to emphasize, we do have that behavior piece as well as the special needs. We do have low functioning kids. We have really high functioning kids. And so we have a range of kids on the autism spectrum. We have Down syndrome, intellectual disabilities, different areas like that. And so if someone out there is looking to work in the special education field, I really suggest coming to us because the amount that you're going to learn, whether you are a new teacher, an experienced teacher, we're a unique place. And that experience, even if, it doesn't work out for you, and sometimes it doesn't, it takes a special person to work here. The experience you gain is incredible. What you learn from our therapy team, our support staff, our paraprofessionals and teachers work so closely together. So collaborative, dedicated teachers, paraprofessionals, therapists, that's what we're looking for.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I love you've said the word supportive, quite a bit. And it sounds like, being willing to collaborate and, lean on each other and because we all are all experts in different ways. We all have different strengths, right? It's really important when it comes to working with youth in general, right? So speaking of all of those different roles at Milestones Academy, what openings do you have right now that you're looking to fill?
Yeah, we have paraprofessional openings, we have teacher openings, we also have process coordinators, so that deals with more of working with our schools, but working with the districts a lot on the legal side of their individualized education plans and different things like that to support the teachers and the students. We also have a physical therapist opening and behavioral clinicians and BCBAs. We always have those openings too. And then what's also unique about Milestones Academy, we go through a company called Behavioral Health Holdings. And within that company, we have a clinic for younger kids as well, so ages 2 to 3. And then we have a residential side to us where we have group homes. And so paraprofessionals, teachers, support staff, we can all branch out to different areas in our company and support each other in that way too. And paraprofessionals and teachers and support staff, we also can get like overtime by going to work and supporting the group homes. And so I think that's really a nice thing to offer, and it's different than public education with that getting those overtime pieces and different experience instead of just within the school. So that's also unique about us.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I had met Mia Gonzalez recently.
Mhm.
Shout out to Mia. And she kind of described the way that you all work together, right? But that's really cool that teachers could then go offer their services at the group home and vice versa.
Yeah.
I have a question about the teachers that you're looking for. Should they already be certified in SPED, or is that something that your organization could support an educator in getting certified in?
Yeah, so we do. It would be nice to have special education background, but if it's something that people are really interested in, we have worked with teachers in the past that have gen ed backgrounds, gen ed degrees, and we work with them to get their special education degree or certificate for teaching as well. So it's very open. As long as a person comes in with an open mind, like we're willing to support them in any way to help get where they need to be.
Yeah, I love that. I think the reason I ask is I run into teachers all the time who, they have this interest, whether it be art or SPED or music, right? And they're like, I want to go get that experience first before I jump all the way in, or I'd like some mentorship in that area before I go get my certification. I mean, because getting certified is an investment of time and money, right? And so it's why I asked that question. Lastly, to kind of wrap up our conversation, if someone's interested, how should they apply?
So they can go either to the website. So it would be under Behavioral Health Holdings, Kansas City. And then on the website, it has just a list of all the different jobs that we're offering right now.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Natalie. Any final thoughts or words before we say goodbye?
No, I think just so people know like how passionate we are at Milestones Academy is very important, and how much passion and love we have for our students and families. We're a really tight knit group, and so it's really a pleasure working here.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear. I may have to come and take a tour sometime. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Natalie, for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. So you heard from Natalie from Milestones Academy. If you're interested in a position there, feel free to go to the Behavioral Health Holdings website. We also have some links in the comments for you, or always just feel free to reach out to one of us. As I said, our survey is here and will appear throughout the event. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we will be back really soon with Piper Schools. Good afternoon, LEC community. If you are just now joining us, we are in the middle of our 2022 Virtual Career Fair Part 2. A couple of weeks ago, we had our last Virtual Career Fair. By the way, my hair definitely was not blonde back then, so welcome to meeting the new me with blonde hair. We are on our Part 2 of our Virtual Career Fair. We just heard from Milestones Academy, and we now are getting ready to have the pleasure of meeting Piper School District. I think we have Amber Buck with us, right? Amber, you ready?
As ready as I can be. Can you hear me pretty well?
Yes, we can hear you just fine. How are you, Amber?
Oh, I am good. I am good. How are you, Susanna?
I'm good. I'm good. It's nice to meet you. Or maybe we've met along the way. Maybe?
Maybe. I think so. Perhaps. I know I call her Perez, but Delia, I know
Yes.
her. And so
Yes.
we've worked together. And of course, Ed is awesome. So it's good to be
Yes.
here.
Thank you for being here. We're glad we were able to hop you on. So without further ado, tell us who you are and a little bit about Piper Schools.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll try to make it quick. So, my name is Amber Buck, and I'm the coordinator of community outreach and inclusion for the Piper School District. We're in Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County, the dot to be official. A lot of people don't realize that we're there. We're kind of hidden, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. Pretty much heavily white at this moment, but that our population is changing. We're getting more diverse, and we want our teaching staff to represent and kind of mirror our students as well. And so we're small district, one high school, 5 schools total, 1 middle, 2 elementaries, and an early childhood learning center. We just recently passed a $64 million bond, and so we're going to be seeing some district facility improvements in the next few years to better support our growth. So starting salary, let's talk some shmoney, some doll hairs here. So our starting salary for first year teachers is the highest in the state of Kansas at $46,800, and we've got some teaching positions open for next year at our high school, at our middle school, our early childhood learning center. And I might be jumping the gun here, but folks can find all of our openings at piperschools.com. And that's Piper Schools with an S.com. You hit that employment button and it'll take you to the list of opportunities we have.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all of that, Amber. Definitely some of the details we were planning on asking, but okay. I do have, no worries. Don't be sorry. I do have a couple of other questions. So let's say I am looking for the next step in my teaching journey or in my journey just in general. Why do you think, what makes Piper unique that I should consider it as the next part of my journey?
Honestly, so I'm going to be a little self-centered. So the reason I made it a part of my journey after teaching for let me see, I think this is I was like 11 years in. And so my 12th year of teaching, the reason I joined up at Piper was because I knew that my babies needed me out there. We've got an increased population of students of color. We've got high expectations and high performance in the Piper district. And we're small enough that you can get support. We're small enough that the relationships they can be built upon and they can be created. You're kind of choosing your own adventure in a district our size that is seeing the growth that we're seeing. It's not this big monster of an institution. You can talk to the superintendent. You can pop in on your principal. Your principal will actually come and check in on you. Folks know each other, but then the folks who don't know each other, they'll definitely try to bring you in, and you'll be the person that they can know, if that makes sense. So there's space for growth, there's space for connection, and I like the smallness of it all. Just one high school, one middle, two elementaries, and so it's small enough to be molded, so you can bend it without breaking yourself or the system, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah,
There's flexibility.
Yes, it absolutely does. There's room for growth, right? And there's
Yeah.
some of the components of your districts are kind of a blank canvas, and
Yes.
that's awesome. That's really, it takes a particular personality or working style to fit for a culture like that, right? And so on the
Definitely.
flip side of that question, what would you like to see in an educator who's considering Piper?
Oh my gosh. So honestly, I would like to see, if I can be absolutely blatantly honest, I'd like to see a
Of
person
course.
of color. Can we get some folks out here?
Yep, I'm with
Um,
it.
yeah,
Representation
representation
matters. It
matters.
matters. It does. Yeah.
Thank you. And so let me fall back onto the official, probably like more of an official answer. So
Mhm.
our core values are inclusivity, innovation, community, integrity, and passion. And so those five things, like, are you ready to jump in and be that representation, like be in, just be inclusive, be with your arms open, come on over. Are you ready to innovate? You can kind of choose your own adventure in the classroom and otherwise. Even with myself at a administrative position, my day is kind of up to me because I've got my goals set and they trust me to innovate in ways that I need to innovate in order to make the dream happen. Community, once again, we're small, and so there's a lot of room for connection. Integrity, we got to love on the babies and do what's right. With the growth and diversity we're seeing, we're hitting some bumps along the road that haven't been hit before. We're in some unmarked territory, and so just honestly, our leadership has the integrity to say, check us, tell us what we need to do better. And so if you're there and you see something, say something. We're there for that integrity and then the passion of it all. If you like what you do, we would love to have you do it with us.
I love that. I love that. Interestingly, Amber, a couple of Piper's values actually match some of the LEC's values. So I heard
Awesome.
community and I heard integrity, and both
Yeah.
of those actually are an organization values of ours as well. So that may be a sign, y'all. Whomever's watching, if you're looking if you're looking for a new space, a new journey, Amber here to have you consider Piper as part of that journey. Amber, any final thoughts or anything before I let you go?
Just, man, representation matters. Like, I learned about you all because I have Latina friends who are wonderful, beautiful, passionate, intelligent women who are like in the school district, and we've worked side by side. And so like, and then I'm a Black woman, and I consider myself strong and passionate and wonderful and intelligent, working side by side in this industry as well. And so I would love, love, love for anybody out there, whatever your gender, whatever your identity, whoever you are, to represent yourself and come and work with our babies.
Yes, because who we are, there's a chance that there's a little one of us in schools right now, right? And so,
Exactly.
yes, no
Exactly.
matter what that is. Amber, thank you so much for being with us today. I look forward to chatting more soon, hopefully. And thank you. Appreciate
Most
you.
definitely. Thank y'all for this. This has been awesome.
Of course. Thank
All
you,
right.
Amber.
All right. Thank you.
All right, y'all, you heard from Piper School District. Representation matters, and they're looking for representation and diversity. If you are interested, check out our comments because the link to apply is there. Shout out to my team for making all of this run smoothly. We will be back with our next organization. See you in a second.
Buenas tardes, LEC community. Welcome back to our virtual career fair, part 2. If you are just tuning in, I am Delia Perez Solorzano, Director of High Impact Practice with the Latinx Education Collaborative, where we are striving to retain and increase the representation of Latinx educators K through 12 and beyond. Today, I have the honor to be in community with Priscilla Vega with the New York Teacher Project.
Good afternoon, Delia. Thank you for having me. Such an honor to be here today.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Super excited to talk to you and to the community about the experience at Tntp and what we have to offer and current opportunities.
Absolutely, and I'm here for it. I'm here to learn. Tell us a little bit about you and your organization.
Yes, my name is, again, Priscilla Vega, and I currently serve on the workforce team in the capacity of a senior manager for the organization. I'm a newer TNTPer, joining only last year. Previously, I worked in a large school district in North Texas. I have always had a passion and commitment for helping communities like the one I grew up in. I began my career in education as an elementary bilingual teacher many years ago. From there, I became an assistant principal and was recruited to support human resources in the central offices of that school district. Last year, a colleague shared the opportunities at TNTP, and the mission of the organization really resonated with me. And now here I am. TNTP's mission is to end the injustice of educational inequality by providing excellent teachers to the students who need them most, and by advancing policies and practices that ensure effective teaching in every classroom. The organization aims to dramatically improve educational outcomes for students across the U.S. As of now, TNTP has trained approximately 37,000 teachers in high needs schools and subjects. Through partnerships with hundreds of school districts, state education departments, and charter school networks, we've learned how to build and replicate programs that train diverse, effective teachers and school leaders. We've identified those crucial skills that even experienced teachers must master to bring college and career-ready standards to life in the classrooms, and how to help them do it. We've learned about the power of authentic community engagement to create educational change that endures. TNTP focuses on rigorous academics, talented educators, and supportive environments to ensure teachers succeed and that students can thrive. Currently, we're operating in more than 300 systems across 90 cities in the U.S. In order to do the work we are tasked to do within the organization, we need to have a talented pool. So that's why I'm here to share with the LEC community what opportunities we have to offer, and a little bit more about the organization.
That's awesome, Priscilla. Yes, what an amazing journey, by the way. Kudos.
Thank you.
From the classroom to leadership to now impacting, what did you say, 300 systems across the
That's right, 300 school systems across the U.S. Yes, ma'am.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And she's Latina.
Yay!
All right. I love it. I believe we have a PowerPoint for you, so feel free to just out loud say next slide. And we have Yvonne and Lexi in the background as our digital experience team to support with you.
Okay.
Or support you with that.
Thank you.
Why should our community members consider TNTP as the next part of their journey?
Well, we're inspired by great teaching and pushed to new heights by our colleagues and passionate about public schools. The Latinx community offers diverse perspectives, and the organization values all diversity that ultimately brings us together and makes us great. The organization is filled with educators. More than half of us were teachers or principals, as well as data gurus, wordsmiths, and policy pros. Some of us work out of the small office in Brooklyn, in New York, others in school districts or home offices, and even coffee shops sometimes. Many of our opportunities are remote. So TNTP offers a work from home stipend and home office reimbursement that I hope that the Latinx community will find attractive. We enjoy the flexibility and love working alongside the educators that we serve. In considering the organization, I encourage the LEC community to reimagine the impact that you can have. We don't just call for change, we create it. Each day we do what it takes to give kids more access to a vibrant education. TNTP offers an attractive rewards package. The organization provides a 403B plan along with percentage match medical coverage, pay time off along with holiday and personal days. We offer perks like emergency child and elder backup care, adoption reimbursement. We even recently established a paw rental leave, and we also offer a student loan benefit. In addition, the staff is offered an array of professional development opportunities. In education, we know that we never stop learning. So TNTP staff members are matched with a cohort lead who acts as their direct manager and helps them grow in their development areas and prioritize that PD according to that role. Also, TNTP provides professional learning opportunities through an org-wide conference. So just really excited about what we have to offer and, just the current opportunities. And that's what I'd like to share next is, what you can expect to experience within the organization.
Nice. I love this. I love what I hear, like, especially around the professional development and some of the perks. I do have to ask, what is paw rental?
So you can get some time off for your, like if you need to take your dog to doggy daycare for an emergency or something. Yeah, it's super cute. And, some people don't have, some people have children and fur babies.
Yep.
And then some of our colleagues have fur babies. So, it's a great little perk.
Thank you for clarifying that. It just
Yes.
really affirms the conversations I have with our 7-year-old is, every family looks different. Some have
Mhm.
one mom, two moms, or two dads, or some couples have animals, right? Like, so thank you. That was great. Um, what kind of educator would you like to see apply to the TNTP in the positions that you have?
Yeah, so basically someone that's really passionate about student achievement, someone we're all personally invested, in creating that change. We're constant learners, we're curious, we're always wanting to grow. Someone that's collaborative, because even though we're in oftentimes we're in a remote environment, we're closely connected, we're chatting, we're on Zoom calls, we're working together, to create this change. So if you're passionate and committed about student achievement, then this is a great organization to be.
Awesome. Now let's go ahead and share the opportunities that you currently have for educators or the different roles. What are some of the openings?
Yeah, definitely. So we currently have a wide variety of roles within the organization, including roles in our consulting and central operations division. So staff in TNTP's consulting division, they work alongside teachers, school leaders, districts, and states to help them achieve their goals for students. So in the consulting division, we currently have leadership coach opportunities, senior manager opportunities, and effectiveness coach opportunities, along with some others. The job descriptions provide an overview of what you'll do in the role, as well as the expectations and qualifications. Every role on the careers website also has a salary range and priority dates for applications. So I would encourage anyone who's interested in supporting school districts, maybe someone that has English language arts expertise or math expertise, or just a variety of roles available, to look on the careers website and check those out. For the central operations division, we also have current opportunities such as a senior business analyst, a senior manager for accounting, as well as some other roles. And again, the postings have that specific responsibility and more information for those interested individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd encourage anyone to apply and to reach out if they have any questions.
Mm-hmm. Which leads us into our final question. How can someone apply?
So to apply, visit our website at ntp.org. That's the main page. Then you can scroll down to the bottom of the web page and there's a little blue banner. You click join our staff and then open positions, and you'll be routed to all the current opportunities within the organization. I would encourage for the LEC community, if you're interested in a specific opportunity, review that job description carefully and then tailor your resume to the role you're applying to. And also I'd love to share, about making sure that you stay. Yeah, that's it. That's the current opportunities website right there to visit ntp.org. So yeah, I, if anyone has any questions, they can definitely connect with me, and I'll give my email in just a bit. But the careers website is easy to navigate. You can hear personal stories about others and just a lot of the work that we do. So if you want to learn more about what the organization does, I've given just a really high level overview, but there's case studies in there. There's a blog that you can subscribe to. So a lot of really great information and transparency about the work that's happening within the organization. And then again, those opportunities list, those requirements and those qualifications and what you'll do. And if that aligns to your career goals and you feel like, that's the right next step for you, then I definitely encourage our LEC community to apply.
Awesome. What a great opportunity. I think there's one more slide that I think
Yeah.
is sharing, and maybe if our digital experience team can also drop those in the chat.
Yeah,
There's a way to subscribe to get job blasts. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, we have a monthly job blast that you can receive by subscribing, and the address is ntp.org/subscribe. You input your information and you'll receive a monthly newsletter with the current opportunities. We review applications on a rolling basis, so apply to jobs quickly, especially before priority deadlines when listed. If there's one listed, please apply quickly, and then don't forget to tailor your resume to the job that you're applying to. And then just a general application page is tntp.org/apply.
I love it. And you know what, Priscilla, I really love when folks come on here and give the viewers some advice, like some tips, like tailor your resume to the position you're applying to. And also, I also like the, check out our website, check out the description. If it's aligned with your career goals, go for it.
Absolutely. Yes, Delia, thank you. You heard the message loud and clear and perfectly. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Priscilla. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the community before we close out?
No, I just want to thank everyone for, listening to me today. I know everyone's really busy. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this wonderful event, Delia. I hope to stay connected. If anyone has any questions, please feel free. I'm on LinkedIn. And so, the LEC community, if you don't have a LinkedIn, get one and connect with me on there too. Any questions that you have specifically to the roles, if I don't have the information, I will share with a colleague who, may be overseeing that specific search to connect with you and provide that additional information that you may need.
Awesome. I will look for you on LinkedIn. And this is being streamed on our LinkedIn. So
awesome.
We'll continue to share the great opportunities that are within the TNTP community. So it was wonderful being in community for a short moment. I have a feeling we're going to connect again. Who knows? We might have a part 3 in August, right?
Yeah.
There's a huge demand right now. So
that's so great. Thank you for the great work. Thank you, Delia. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, LEC community, we'll be back at 1:20 with drum roll, Citizens of the World. I'll see you soon. I've been talking the whole time. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes, LEC community. Welcome back to our virtual career fair part 2. If you are just tuning in, I am Delia Perez Solorzano, Director of High Impact Practice for the Latinx Education Collaborative, where we strive to retain and increase the representation of Latinx educators, K through 12, in Kansas City and beyond. Today, I have the honor of being in community with Miss Erica Gibbs, and I apologize. I believe I saw somewhere. Are you Dr. Erica Gibbs or?
Not doctor.
Okay. Ooh, well, please tell us a little bit about yourself and the Citizens of the World Charter Schools.
Absolutely. So my name is Erica Gibbs, and I am currently the Dean of Primary School at Citizens of the World Charter School, Kansas City. I've been in this role for 3 years now. I am a founding faculty member here. We have been open for about 6 years. I was a kindergarten teacher for the first 3 years. I've been in education for about 25 years now. So I've been in this space for a while. I'm a strong child advocate. I tell people education is not what I do, it's who I am. It is my life's work. I also am the founder of co-founder of Elements of Education, Kansas City. And and so I work in that space. I am an active member of the National Sorority of Phi Delta Kappa. It's incorporated. It's a sorority for African American women. And then I do quite a few other things. So I'm pretty busy in the space. And so I've been here at Citizens since the beginning. I help, I've got blood, sweat, and tears in this space. So,
Wow. So many hats. What a journey. Yeah. What I'm loving so far, I just interviewed Priscilla from the New Teacher Project, and similar, like just started as a teacher, then a leader, now she's recruiting. And so thank you for all of your services and engagements in communities. I love the Elements of Education. Katina, someone I follow as well. I think I've been in some kind of a session with you, one of the book clubs or something.
Yes.
Welcome. Let's start off with sharing with the people that are listening. Why should our community members consider Citizens of the World as the next part of their journey?
Well, so CWC, we are a developing school and community. Our primary focus is the whole child and building a strong community. So if someone wants to experience true community, strong relationships across lines of difference, and strengthening children, not only academically, but as global individuals, we focus a lot on social emotional learning. This is a place where we are building those connections. The mission of Citizens of the World is to provide an excellent public education focused on developing and demonstrating understanding while building connections within a diverse community. And so our philosophical foundations are diversity, understanding, and connection. And so we support students in building their own understandings through diversity and diverse experiences and a strong sense of connection to their community. We believe what helps children to learn and thrive is far richer than just test scores can tell. Our classrooms, they focus on the development of the whole child through their academic and social emotional growth. They're non-traditional classrooms. They're challenging, joyful learning environments that just really focus on the whole child and engaging children through fun projects based on their personal experiences and strengths. So we are a project-based school, and we are growing, like we are developing, we are growing, we are not there. But if you are someone who, wants to be a part of that process, we would love to have individuals who, maintain a growth mindset. If you have a strong passion for education and teaching, an understanding of curriculum and teaching methodology, someone who's non-traditional. We're really working to create non-traditional classrooms because we have non-traditional children. You know, our children in this space, they learn differently. They have a creative energy. You know, we want to focus on technology, but we want to give them experiences outside of that as well. So we're looking for people who are striving to develop their own pedagogy, but be a part of a collaborative team, someone who sees teaching as an opportunity to lead students to the next levels of their development by guiding the exploration of their interests and strengths. So if you are that person, we would love to have you.
Mm-hmm. I love listening to some of the phrases you use to describe the Citizens of the World charter. How many schools are involved?
So right now we are a part of a national organization, CWC National, and there's I feel like there's 2 schools out in LA, and we have a new one we just opened in Cincinnati, and then we have the Kansas City base. So and growing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so here in the city, it's just us. We are K-8.
Okay, so it's K through 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, I love the non-traditional, right? Like we have non-traditional kids here, and
yes.
we want, and so teachers, I really think this message is for those that want a shift, want to change, want some autonomy, want some exploration. That's awesome. I know some teachers, when I was in the classroom, some of them, like, I think the initial reaction is, I don't think this is for me. Instead of looking at it like, let me look for a place that fits my core values or my style. Yeah. And so I feel like this gives them that door of opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Well, like I said, we're growing and we're developing. You know, change is one of our core values, and we're looking for authentic individuals who are looking to work in a non-traditional setting, who are looking to work in diverse environments. Like I said, you have to be energetic and ready to roll. You know, we would love to have you. We really focus on the whole child. Education is so much more than just the academics. While that is a strong and critical point and reason why we do this work, there's still so much more to a kid than just teaching them to read, write, and count and add and do all those things.
Right.
You know, all the social things, all the things that they get to experience in the space. You know, interacting with their peers, exploring their interests, what they like, and you know, and really getting to know who they are. And so our job is to guide that process. Our job is to direct them and help them become the people that they are.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I could just listen to you all day.
Thank you.
So you kind of touched on what kind of educator you would like to see apply to the positions that you have open. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that? I know you kind of touched on it already.
Yeah, no, not really. I kind of said it. You know, again, we're growing, you know, and if you want to be a part of that growth, if you have a growth mindset, you know, if you know, you're not fixed and you're looking for something different and you want to be a part of the creation of something different, and you want to be a part of the diversity in the space. And I'm not just talking ethnic diversity, whatever the case may be, you know, we would love to have you. You know, I will tell you, again, we're growing, so it's hard work, but we've got hard workers in here who's ready to go for it. And so, you know, we'd love to have you. We've got several different positions opening. We've created new positions that we feel like we need. And so we've got a lot out there.
Let's talk about those. What opportunities do you currently have?
So currently we of course, we need teachers. We need teachers K-8. And that can be found on our website. Special ed, we need a special ed resource teacher, special education functional teacher for 3-8, a resource teacher for K-8, a special ed early learners K-3, and a special ed paras. We need paras K-8. We've got an ELL. We need an ELL teacher. guidance counselors. We're looking for guidance counselors, a technologies person, and that's just basically hardwares and softwares. Facilities or groundskeeping, and someone to oversee facilities, groundskeeping in our food program. We're looking for, oh my gosh, there's a few things I know I'm missing on our website. So, please go CWC, it's www.cwckansascity.org/employment. And there's a list there. Some things that I've mentioned have yet been posted, but they are positions. They're just getting that finalized and updated. But yeah, we've got a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
It is in the chat already across our social media platforms.
Awesome.
So LEC community, you heard it from Miss Erica Gibbs with Citizens of the World Charter Schools here in Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Yep, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. There are positions from the classroom to support staff to the ground. Definitely reach out in the comments. The links are there to apply.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Erica, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we hope to be in community soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, LEC community, it's a wrap. That wraps up our Virtual Career Fair Part 2. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your week.